Good morning, students. Good morning, staff. Good morning, everyone that is here. I'm Jane Simata, representing NUST FM, and I cannot be even more excited to have this conversation with you, Ms. Salma. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, darling. How are you?
Now, until we get the technical issues out of the way, we will just have to do what we're doing now. Now, first question, ma'am. In a few words, what would you say to someone who just finished their undergraduate studies, but they're not sure if they should take on their first step and continue with their journey in their postgraduate studies?
Thank you. Okay, let me start. I think what Dr. Anna was saying here already set the pace and inform you why one should pursue to continue with postgraduate programs. Taking the next step and continue studying is the best because you want to remain relevant. By continuing advancing your education, you are expanding your knowledge and your understanding. And that will help someone to gain further professional skills and nurture personal development. And because my age, I know I'm old now, so I'm urging the students, our undergraduate students, and the prospective students who want to continue with postgraduates to do it now. They need to start now while they are young, while they have energy. This is the best time. And when you do it, if you don't take a break, meaning you are doing it with your peers, your generation, you speak the same language, you understand each other. And I'm so glad that Doctor spoke about the community there. So for me, the most important thing is to continuing studying at the postgraduate level. You basically gaining an opportunity to engage in the community of the researchers. You become one of the researchers, whether it's at the local level or internationally. So it's a wonderful world out there.
I want to highlight how your reason, your why really does emphasize further Dr. Anna's 3 C's, the community, the competency, and the communication in your postgraduate studies, especially the competence. It really takes you further than what you have already achieved. And like she said, you never stop learning. We're aware that the university is continuously reviewing its programs and introducing new ones to ensure that they're aligned with the needs of the industry. So what are some of the new postgraduate programs that have been recently introduced?
Thank you. Some of the new master's programs, Dr. Anna made it clear here that we are focusing on masters and PhDs. Some of the new master's programs that we have introduced, or we will be introducing come next year, are Masters of Applied Accounting, Masters of Applied Econometrics, Master of Hospitality and Tourism Innovation Management, and Master of Engineering in Mining Engineering. Those are the new ones that they are in the process of being accredited now, and then come next year they will be on offer. And like you said, the revision, we have some, again, master's degrees which have been revised to align with the current issues, to align to the need of the industries. We have Master of English and Applied Linguistics, Master of Science in Applied Mathematics, Master of Science in Applied Statistics, and Master of Health Sciences. Those have been revised.
I think the one that stood out the most to me, because I'm a linguist, is English and linguistics. As much as NUST is the University of Science and Technology, it is also a university that caters to modules and courses like English and linguistics. So that's something that stood out to me. But what are the general requirements to study a master's or a PhD?
Okay, to study, to be admitted to a master's degree, one needs to have a qualification, postgraduate, we said honors, or any qualifications at NQF level 8. It could be a 4-year degree, it could be a 3-year degree plus 1 year, which we call it honors degree here, or any equivalent qualification. And for the doctoral, you need to have a qualification at the NQF level 9. But I should also mention that we currently have introduced the recognition of prior learning, that is the RPL, whereby let's take someone who has been in a specific field of study, maybe electrical something or engineering, and that person probably has done up to, let's say, honors, and the person has been publishing or doing applied research in that specific area, and the person has been involved in engineering. We look at the portfolio, we require them to develop a portfolio of evidence where they show their experience, whether formal or informal, and that will be taken into account. And the person can be admitted maybe with the condition that the person can do few courses from the previous level.
That really accommodates the students. It really makes a way in different routes. Instead of just needing to do your honors only, you have different places that you can get into the postgraduate studies. But after undergraduate studies, many people are doing various things. People are working, finding different jobs, maybe stagnant and not finding a job. So in terms of availability, are the programs part-time, full-time, distance, or it just varies?
Okay, we have all modes of studies, and the wonderful thing now is that we are now using blended methods or hybrid models that you can, most of the programs are making an opportunity for full-time, part-time, or distance, where you can study from wherever you are, but you participate in classes. So it's really up to the student to say you want to enroll on part-time studies or you want to enroll on full-time studies. Provision will be made for you. Some programs will say they are offered on full-time basis only, but it doesn't mean that you have to be physically here or you have to attend in the morning. It can be full, it's just a full load, but you can attend either on block modes or you can attend in the evenings, for example.
With that said, I think we can come to the conclusion that the programs are offered at the campuses and at the regional centers together and online. So we can move on from that. What is the average cost of the tuition?
Okay, for masters, we have two types of masters. We have the structured master's degrees. Those ones you have a component of coursework and then the component of the research, the thesis or mini thesis. So they are a little bit higher. So they range between 70,000 to 90,000. It's the whole program now for 2 years. And then the master's by thesis only, where you do not really require to do coursework. You can just start doing your thesis and then work together with your supervisor. Those ones are not so much expensive. They range between 25 to 35,000. And then for the PhDs, most of them, I think all of them are research-based. So they are around 80,000 to 90.
Now, of course, the excitement for the applications are growing. People are wanting to apply, but they want to know when is the application deadline for the 2024 academic year?
The due date is the 6th of October 2023, with the possibility of being extended. But what I should mention, the postgraduate, master's, PhDs, they are special. As I mentioned, that some of our programs are only thesis-based. So even if you come during the mid-year, we will be able to admit you, because for you it's just to start with your thesis. Sometimes we have cases where a program could probably not start on time due to some logistical issues. You need to have supervisors from abroad or some lecturers from abroad. Again, we can admit you at that time if you come. So the best thing is just contact the admissions office, and then we will make arrangements for you to be admitted if you have missed the due date or the deadline.
Piggybacking off of that, say one misses the deadline, is there any opportunity to apply during the year if there are still spaces available in the respective programs? There is still...
Yeah, for masters and PhDs, as long as it's not a course work based. Because if you have coursework and people have started already with classes at the beginning of the year, if you come during the mid-year, then unfortunately you will be you won't be able to catch up. But again, remember, some of the programs can happen that maybe the first semester courses are not a prerequisite for the next level or the second semester. So the best is always to contact us. Then we will assess your situation, then we can advise on the best option.
Now, as we conclude, is the institution still accepting online registration this year for next year?
Registration has always been online. Maybe since we are talking about the application, so registration itself is online. You can register from wherever you are. Online applications, unfortunately, for this year will only be for undergraduate. For postgraduate, masters, and PhDs, we need to do the manual application. You can download, fill it, complete it, attach your documents, put all the requirements. Sometimes some programs are asking you to do write up a one-page motivation. Then you upload again, then you send it to us. Then that based on that, the department will assess your application, and then you get a notification on what is the outcome.
Now, NUST FM is still here at the open day at the postgraduate open day, and we hope you are listening attentively, because we do have some goodies at our stand to go give away. And when we do ask the questions, we are hoping you will give us the right answers. Thank you, Ms. Selma. It was a good opportunity to have this conversation, and thank you, Dr. Monde.
Thank you very much, NUST FM and Ms. Selma. You know, when NUST FM speaks and you come and start talking, people will be like, who is this one talking? Because they are very good actually at talking, eh? Yeah. So I think what I can summarize from what they've mentioned, I think, remember when we started, I said you looked sad, and it's because you had a lot of questions. And what I'm getting from these conversations, like all the questions that you had are answered. Am I right? Yes. Or you still have more questions? Yes. But we are not going to disappoint you, because the program continues. On the program, what we are going to do next, we'll proceed to 6th floor, the Postgraduate Center. For those who don't know where that is, this is the building right here. You can see me, right, where I'm pointing. So you go 6th floor. When you go there, you find actually some nice stuff there. All the faculties, departments, they have some booth there. So they have some stand. You can ask any question. And then we'll also have what we call speed dating there. And some of you are already thinking you're going to have girlfriend, boyfriends. No, we are talking about career, dating, where you have few minutes with some, NUST alumni who's going to take you through their experience, some kind of mentorships. Sometimes you just need someone to say a word of encouragement, and that alone can help. So from here, we'll just move 6th floor, and then we can continue with the program. But before I end it all, I'll just call back Dr. Anna Matros. She was crucifying me there. Let me just say it. Yeah, she was telling me, no, I need to go back on the stage. So I'll just give her seconds to come and conclude and close, and we go up. Thank you so much. There are actually elevators right here when you are going. And then you just go 6th floor. That's where everything else happens. And stairs. Actually, there are also stairs. So I think it's nice to go use the stairs. Some of you don't even exercise. We can exercise today. It's a very good opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, I'm given seconds. I'm done. Listen, I wanted to just say, if you were doubting about what options you are going to take, all I can say with the closing remarks and the seconds I've been given is it is time. Now is the time. It's the right time. And it's time for Africa. That's what I wanted to say. It is time for us to harness our strengths within Africa, and how lovely would it not be for you to come, register, apply for a master's or a PhD, and say, this is my product. Because we're a University of Science and Technology. We don't just create theses for the library. That's also important, but what we do is we look at concrete products, right? How lovely would it be not to say this has been made in Namibia for Africa and the world. So it is time, the time is now, just register, just apply. Don't overthink it. Let's see you in here and let's see how we can co-create and how NUST staff members, we are all here, make us work. We are here for you. I wanted to make one last thing. I wanted to just do the progression again. So from your undergrad, let me see how many undergrad students do we have here at the moment. Just hands up. So from your undergrad, you'll most probably be in your honors level, right? Where are my honors students? Very good. From your honors, you now go to your masters. Where are my master's students? Fantastic. So from my master's, we go to your PhD. Where are the PhD students? I see you, fantastic. From your PhD, you go to your postdoc, right? Where are my postdocs? She's looking at me. From there, you now are into the research space, and I want to highlight where are my professors. I want to see the professors so you can see who to talk to when you're going upstairs. Professors, all my professors, associate or not, I see they don't want to put up their hands. I don't see my professors. Professor Musiarila, I see you. There, you see? Thank you. And from there, the world is your oyster. Thank you.
Oh, I can open too.
Now, of course, our partners at MTC are still hosting the SIM card registration and verification. So if you haven't registered your SIM card, you can make your way to their stand and they will help you out. They are going till 5 o'clock and all you need is your ID.